Hi, this is BB, and I'm making this video because I've been thinking about something today. Something's been nagging me, right? Most of us that this stuff is happening to, or this series of events, is entangling our lives, whatever. It feels like we're all empaths. I believe that we're all empaths on some level, or we have a certain way of thinking. Maybe most of us don't go to sleep that easy, like we're sleepwalking. Because there's a part of our brain, it could be school of hard knocks called life, that's caused a part of our brain to be awakened. So as they call it, we're woke. I don't know what that means. I guess once you're woke, you don't go back to sleep. With that being said, I had a theory. It's like, these people have been watching me for some reason. Let's say they did steal from me and they were watching me. I think what would make them watch me would be they stole massively, and whatever they stole turned out to be pretty valuable, and they were looking to see when I would decide to go look for my shit, to put the brakes on it, or to put it back, the fake, whatever fake ones they had. That's my theory. But apparently that didn't work out. That's one reason why they would watch. Now that means that those stamps had to be really, really valuable. That being said, okay. But why else would they be watching me? See, this is the second part. Why else would they be watching me, and they've been tracking me for years? Now, they're watching me, right? Now, the second part of this is they see I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist because they're hacking every fucking device I had in my home and watching me. I had no idea they were watching me. Like, what the fuck would they be watching me for in the first place? I didn't know them at all. I didn't know. I wanted to get to know. I didn't know them at all. So, I sat in my home and I assumed a lot of things. Now their interest was piqued, okay? They thought it was hilarious. They thought it was funny. They thought it was the most ridiculous thing, the most funniest thing, and they thought it was the most hilarious thing. They thought it whatever they thought it was. Let's not go there. Let's focus on whatever. Now, bearing in mind they did steal, so they still have to cover that up, right? What I do believe, however, that if I go, I'm going to find the package, but it will not be the right stamps. I'm not a fool. And if they're watching this video, I wasn't born yesterday. Just please. You might find one or two valuable ones in there. The rest of them will be fake, just as they are. And whoever is in possession of them will be in cahoots with them. Let's get that out the fucking way. You and them can go fuck yourselves. Second thing is, so they want me to be where I'm making outlandish statements. And I'm hoping that this is just it. But why are they not leaving me alone? See, this is the thing. Why are they not leaving me alone? I'm making these outlandish statements because I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I'm a bit of a, I reach, right? I reach and I look and I see patterns. The problem is they decided now to get me to start saying these things to make me look like number one ace kook. So that when I do say, well, I had these things and I know that they have to be valuable. These are not the things that I had in the wardrobe or my grandma had. Well, she's crazy. She makes shit up. Listen to all this crap here about gang stalking and TIs and all this crap. Yeah, she makes stuff up. She's a, number one is a conspiracy theorist. Okay. With that in mind, the problem is so many other people aside from me this is happening to. And these people, it's actually happening to. So is it different kettle of fish here. I used to talk to psychics way back when I had money, when I used to, because that was like a little bit of an obsession of mine. And they say that they're finding trapdoors in my mind. Like they're finding, when they think they've got every information, a trap door open and they get something else, another trap door open and they get something else. It's like, I guess, I call them compartments. I didn't even think about it like that. I know my mind was different, but it's like they're calling it trap doors. When they get to the bottom of one thing, they get to something else. What I believe turned out to be what they thought was hilarious. There's some truth to it. That my conspiracies and my conspiracy theories, or my theories of conspiracies, are not completely bogus. They're not completely just an assumption. They have some reality-based shit going on there at the bottom of it. They're based in some form of reality. That's what I'm thinking now. I think I'm right. Because the thing is, I see patterns in things. I see patterns. And I understand if you look for a pattern, you're going to find it. Whatever you look for, you will find. But I know myself. It's not going to be some random shit, my interest is going to be dissipated quickly. When there's consistency, that's a different story. When there's consistency, there's a different story. Now, by me talking for the last 2 years did not bring about all these changes in people's lives and cause people to be gang stalked and call themselves TIs and call the gang stalker, the whole arena, the whole, whatever. This was happening way before I even became aware that this was actually a thing. I was thinking this is something you see in a movie. I did not expect to find it in real life, but here we are. So with that being said, what is this? It's like, are they using me for something else? Are they using people like Kevin for something else, and people who are outspoken like John Hofer? I mean, I don't know. Or Hofer? What? Excuse me, I don't know. I have to remember how to pronounce your last name. But, there's some truth to what we're saying, because we see this happening. So are they just following our train of thoughts and seeing also that there's something else going on? And they think maybe it may be directed towards them? And what are they going to do when the shit hits the literal fan? It's going to splatter all over. Not the proverbial one, but the literal. Yes, I know what I said. The literal one. Because the whole concept of shit hitting the fan, it means it'll splatter all over, or spatter all over everybody. It's not going to be confined in proverbial land. It's going to be literal. Everybody is going to get a little bit of stink on them. So, but anyway, look at what I'm trying to think of what this is. What is so fascinating about me to them? And as I'm talking, my head right back here is hurting now, and it's a bit stiff. It's Friday. My doctor's office is closed until Monday. This was expected. So with that being said, is like, what am I saying here? This might have started out one way, but then they're seeing the truth. Unless it wasn't about the stamps anymore, it was something else. These things you were saying is true. Because all the time that those psychics were talking about, telling me about abuse, they spoke of abuse, and I thought he was abusing her. Because they talked of, this is what made me wanted to help her even more, because there was abuse there. It wasn't the way they thought. That's what they were encouraging that. What the abuse was, it was whoever they were messing up with. I know what I say. And if somebody were to overhear If they hear me talk this way, or scream this way, or articulate the way I would when I'm angry, they would. And if somebody was here with me, they would believe I'm highly abusive. But there's nobody here, and if they were, I wouldn't be doing that, because they're not going to stick around if they make me that angry either. I shouldn't say that, because they're not going to. What I mean is, they're not going to stick around here and take that abuse. They'll be leaving. They'll just get up and walk out. Because it sounds like I am being abusive, but it's not. I'm reacting to what's happening to me, and you don't know what happens to me. All this shit. You don't even do this to an animal. You don't do this to an animal. I internalize, and even when I'm angry, it's like the energy is inside me and my organs start to hurt. And I believe that's part of the thing, and they know it. Because everything is energy, and this intensity is strong, and I keep it inside, and my organs literally start to hurt. I almost want to pass out. So, with that being said, I'm still trying to figure out how all of this came about. The things that I say versus this stuff that is missing, obviously that has some bearing on it, unless that was just, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I just want this to go away. I just want it to stop, but something else is happening here. And I'm beginning to wonder too, was it always happening and I just didn't know it? Maybe all these things were happening since the world's been turning, and since I came here in one way, shape or form or another, some crap was happening in society, but I was so sheltered I didn't know it, because I never looked. My life was just one way. And now I was thrust basically into this world, this world of gang stalking and TIs and not being able to work and government help and people having to help me, and being dependent on something. I mean, we're all dependent on something, because I was dependent on my business to produce money. I was dependent on me, so that's different when I'm dependent on me, because I have my own business. But now I literally have a ceiling, and I don't like ceilings. And even the ceiling is just like it's a cemented ceiling, and I hate to say that. I need to work. I want to work. I just want to work. This is all. I just want to work. I don't want to have a ceiling. But to get back to the abuse part, is like, if someone was here, and when I get angry, I curse, I yell, that's what I mean by being abusive. Like verbally, and that's what the psychics were saying that they heard. They thought, they were under the assumption that the boyfriend was doing it to her. It was not that. It was what they were doing. The people were angry and lashing out the only way they know how, with their mouths. All that pain, all that suffering, all that agony, all that misery, all that torment, verbally, it comes out, and it sounds like we are abusing them. Well, they must have a lot of people abuse them before, if that's the case. So how many people, what did they steal from everyone? What happened here? There's still something is not quite sitting right with me. If they did this to other people, what, did they steal from them and then do this? No, there's something else going on here. See, I can talk about it and it brings me back to the same thing. There's something too realistic about this pattern here. Something is just too realistic. Something else is happening here. Not that I want it to. I don't want it to. I don't really care for it. I want it to go away, because I want everybody to be feeling safe, get on with their lives. There are always going to be ups and downs, but not like this. Not like this. Problem is, there are bad people out there. There are bad people out there. And I know that. And you know that. And these people are going to need our help. These people are going to need our help. And I have a feeling they're going to need my help. I don't know what to do what, but they're going to need my help. I don't know. I just don't understand what this is about. I'm trying to figure it out, even if I do it on this camera right here, because I'm trying. It just brought me, all of that brought me still back to something is wrong. It's not just about what was stolen from me, but there's something else happening here. And this is a part of a bigger problem, or a larger problem, a real problem though. Not that what happened to me wasn't a problem. I just don't know how I fit into all of this. If I'm, as I say, just a casualty, like trying to be, push another dead body under the bus, nobody will be none the wiser. Or there won't be any none the wiser, I should say. Get confused with that sometimes. They will, you know, it's like you have a, like I made reference to it like a serial killer, and they're killing people. You know, this is their MO. You want someone dead, you do the same thing, and you pass it off like the serial killer did it. You see that in movies all the time. This is what I'm thinking. This is what happened. So, would that be what she's telling me now? I'm one of the richest women in North America. I guess I am. Ain't that great? Yeah. That's amazing. I think it's amazing. It's great. I guess I have to thank her, or who should I be thanking? I don't know. Well, I'll figure that out.